Moving on to our SWOT analysis, this is a brief representation of all of the research we have done and some of the things that we have come up with. First and foremost, we have our strengths. So, American Family Care is already an established and successful company. They currently already have 200 locations, are working towards having 500 within the next 5 years, and they currently see over 3 million patients a year. So we can trust that this is a company that is already successful and can be even more successful having Anthem on their side as a parent company. Um, Another great thing is that the mission and value statements of both of these companies truly do align. They're both very committed to putting the patient first, being an innovator in healthcare, and doing this in an economically responsible way. And another great strength is that Anthem truly does have the capital to invest in acquiring this company. Anthem currently has $70 million in assets, and last year had a $3.7 million gain in revenue. So I think Anthem absolutely has the revenue and the capital to invest, and they should, given these strengths. Moving on to some weaknesses, as you can see, the strengths and opportunities clearly outweigh both the weaknesses and strengths. Threats, not strengths. But something that could be a weakness is that all of the American Family Care locations are not currently within every state that Anthem does have policies. So, just a little bit of a block for patients that may not reside in those areas. But the only other weakness we could really come up with is the fact that it's a new service for Anthem, so they would need to do a little bit more work just to understand that part of the industry and how they're going to make it successful. There are a lot of opportunities that present themselves through this merger. First and foremost, they can provide direct care to patients. That's something they've never been able to do before. And when you have something new, that also brings in additional revenue. And they can do this in a managed care platform that allows them to control quality and cost. So that's really great for Anthem because as a healthcare benefits company, they would really want to be able to be a seat at that table in making some of those decisions. And they also want to be able to compete with United. In doing so, I truly do believe that this will allow them to gain market share and be a fierce competitor with United. This also provides another feature that consumers will be attracted to. So when people are looking for healthcare companies or employers are looking to see who they want to do business with, this would just be another attribute that people could be drawn to. And this also increases preventative care, as people may be able to see a primary care provider more often with these types of facilities being present. And in the long run, this could help decrease healthcare costs, as prevention is the best defense against any disease. So less costs associated with diseases that have developed over time. And lastly, just some threats. So with the election coming up, we have all heard the possibility of Medicare for all and what that means for current private insurance companies. So we all understand that if a Medicare for all approach was approved and implemented into the nation, a lot of what Anthem does would kind of be obsolete. They would lose a lot of their business, but allowing something like this and adding this to their company will allow them to be successful long term if they are put in that situation. Lastly, I think anytime there's a relationship or a new relationship, whether it's people or business, there's always a threat that, what if the fit actually isn't good? What if this goes wrong? And then there's always the possibility that there's going to be external company mergers that may want to compete. So they may do something similar like this, kind of the way that Anthem has pretty much, I don't want to say copied, but copied what United has done. There's a possibility that a smaller company may do this as well, and then they may be a more fierce competitor for Anthem. Regardless, it's very clear that all of the strengths and opportunities far outweigh any weaknesses and threats, which is why we truly believe that this would be advantageous for Anthem to do.